Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Given the current situation, I've been reaching out to my friends and family, and it occurred to me that today would be a great time to talk about 3 tips that would help you respond mindfully to life in times of crisis through the Alexander Technique perspective. Here's tip number 1. When you're faced with any threat, make sure that you let your nervous system finish its response. So we are very aware of 3 natural responses of the nervous system: fight, flight, or freeze. There's also a 4th response that you can have, and this one is the lesser known and less talked about, and is called flop, which means to immobilize or to collapse. When we are in a crisis, you can feel incredible pressure to act like nothing happened very quickly. And guess what? That's just not useful. This brings me to tip number 2. When faced with a threat, one of the most useful ways to navigate the moment is to allow yourself to flop. In my experience, a flop can look different for different people. And what I mean by that is that a flop could be a slump, a good cry, the need to sleep, the need to be sad, and the need to let yourself be exhausted. Now, the most important part of it is to let yourself go through whatever emotional response you are having. A lot of people try to stop whatever they're feeling so that they will be protected from the harm, but actually, when you stop it, what you're doing is letting that energy get stale in your nervous system, and it does not allow you to recover in the same amount of time that you would if you let yourself finish that response and then go on to the next step of your nervous system, okay? Tip number 3, find a private space. As researcher Brené Brown says, people need to earn the right to hear our story. So when you're faced with a situation that is difficult or is a crisis, and you don't feel like you're in a space that is safe enough for you to ride the wave of your emotional response, make sure you wait, find a private space where you feel safe to go through whatever you need to go through. And for some people, it might be to cry or scream or have a good slump or sleep for 12 hours straight. Who knows what it may be for you? What is most important is that you don't suppress the response that your system is having, because if it's there, it's for a reason. And fight, flight, freeze, flop responses are there to keep us safe and alive. So take this time to do some serious self-care, and this will actually ensure that at the end of it, you will have come out with a new perspective, a new relationship to what happened, and maybe even insight. These are my tips on how to respond mindfully in times of crisis, and I hope they were helpful to you. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share, like, and subscribe, and leave me some comments. I love hearing about everything that you have to say. Take care. Bye.